Yeah, so just to get started, when you reached out to me, it was from a piece of content that I had done regarding Ton, where I was asked, because I get asked often, because I've been in the market since 2016. Hey, Luke, like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Last bull run, I was really into this entire DeFi ecosystem. I kind of got a little bit of recognition because of some plays there. And then last year I went on a podcast, and as the bull run starts cooking up, Solana starts going from $20 to 30 to 40. People start asking questions, right? And they're like, hey, what's Luke Belmar got in his bag? And I only mentioned one. I could have mentioned anything. A lot of things going on.
That's right. That's right.
Just one. You go back, watch the podcast. Just one. I said pawn. And the reason is the people, right? At the end of the day, the first thing you bet on is winners. You bet on people. You can have all this tech, you can have all these things, but you need to bet on people. So you're going to bet on people that are parasitic or that are creators, right? One of the two. You either give or you take. So when I saw the build that Ton was building, I'm like, okay, who's behind this thing? And then I start doing some digging. I find out how it launched. I find out how they go about redoing their entire ecosystem and decentralizing it, and how they go about minting the tokens, and it becomes run by a completely different set of people, and it becomes completely open. And then I realized that it's being built on Telegram, and I'm like, bro, Telegram's only picking up. It's no longer what it used to be. It's no longer that spam chat that everybody kind of thought it was. It's really developing into more than just a group chat. It's more than just direct communication. It's becoming an ecosystem. It's like you were talking about. It's really becoming a full-fledged ideation of a decentralized super app. It's the first of its kind. It wasn't thought about before. You had these ideas of super apps. You have WeChat, but you better be compliant with the Chinese government, because if not, WeChat is going to be used against you because you don't own it. So yeah, you can have super app, but you can also be super screwed because by using it. So you want to be avoiding it. Not the beauty of the super app, but you want to avoid what? You want to avoid the centralization of these super apps. So once you have this vision of this decentralized super app, which has to be built on the blockchain, it has to be, because it can't be owned by one individual party. It can't be run on one individual server. It has to be run by the majority. I saw it and I'm like, this thing is good. This thing works. This is going to be one of the top leading, if not the top leading narrative of 2024 and the upcoming bull run. And lo and behold, from $1.80 to where we are today, Ton has just proven time and time again that they're doing exactly what they said they were going to do, and confirmed all of my assumptions and my biases that these guys are worth betting on. Now, I started in crypto in 2016. This is my third bull run, guys. I know a lot of you guys are in bull run number 1, bull run number 2. But back in the day, like the first bull run, right? Let's say 2016, 2017, I wanted to interact with the project. Let's say there was a team building on Ethereum, just like teams are building on Ton today. In order for me to transact or interact with them, I had to use this shitty fucking Chrome extension, and I had to deal with that. And I was hoping that if I interacted with the project and I sent them tokens, that they wouldn't scam me, right? And send me tokens back so that I could participate in their program or their ICO. And it was very rough. The next bull run, we saw DeFi and DEXs and your ability to sign transactions kind of start being built. And I was like, okay, there's potential, but there's still the underlying problem, which we talked about, and I'll continue mentioning for probably the duration of the year, which was there's no people. So you have all this cool tech, but nobody's using it. So it's obsolete. We see it with a lot of these L1s, right? Over the last couple weeks, we've seen a lot of L1s go under scrutiny because they have no users. They have a ton of cool shit, but nobody's using it. So it doesn't make any sense. So in 2016, got into crypto, eventually made my way into digital entrepreneurship, from flipping Instagram pages, hustling, everything I had to do with the internet, to doing e-commerce. I did quite well in e-commerce, so I was able to really understand one very basic thing: what people want. And if you can understand what people want, you can deliver to them what they want. And one of the things that people want above everything else is they want a vision, right, that serves them hope. What do I mean by a vision that serves them hope? Half of the times you buy let's say a product in a store, like when you go and buy vitamins, it's the hope that it's going to make you feel good. If you go and you buy the ab cruncher, it's the hope that you're going to get abs. So once again, these crypto ecosystems, what you are, like Michael Saylor's Bitcoin is hope, right? He uses it for a reason. It's because you're looking for, in your products and in your projects and in the things that you sell or in the things that you try to onboard people into, you're looking for some sort of hope. And what I mean by hope, what do you have to achieve? What do you have to gain from it? If I'm an individual that is living in Dubai, that I come from a country, a third world country, and I'm living in Dubai and my family doesn't have any banking back home, well, the open network is my hope to remit payments to my family. So that's why I tap into it. If I want to get paid overseas and I don't have a bank account, or in fact, I even have a bank account. Let's say I even have the best bank account in the world, but I don't want to deal with the bankers. I don't want to deal with transaction fees. The open network is what? Hope. Hope to what? Hope to accomplish what I want to accomplish. And the beauty of it, which has been a new occurrence for me, Jack, over the last, I would say, month or two, is the mini apps that are being built. Like this is like crazy. It's crazy. Like the fact people are building full-fledged games, app store games on like it's crazy. So I look at that and I'm like, okay,
it's not just games. It's we've got dexes, we've got perps dexes, we've got lending protocols, we've got VPNs, we've got eSIMs that you can pay for Toncoin. We've got creator tools like Attribute where you can start to get donations from your channel. And now Telegram's even gone and maybe unseated OnlyFans the other day by releasing like paid posts. So now you can pay to reveal images and videos and media in your channel.
It goes to beyond just like I would say content like that. It's like this hits an entire new market. This hits info products. This hits like it hits like creators just wanting to drop exclusive content. It's so vast, dude. It's really vast.